You're listening to an Airwave Media Podcast.
All set for your flight?
Yep, I've got everything I need. Eye mask, neck pillow, T-Mobile, headphones.
Wait, T-Mobile?
You bet. Free in-flight Wi-Fi. 15% off all Hilton brands. I never go anywhere without T-Mobile. Same goes from a water bottle, chewing gum, nail clippers,
okay,
passport.
I'm gonna leave you to it.
Find out how you can experience travel better at T-Mobile.com/travel.
Qualifying plan required. Wi-Fi were available on select U.S. airlines. Deposit and Hilton Honors membership required for 15% discount. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, you've come to the right place. This is the podcast that talks about amazing stories of Tinseltown from another era and fascinating conversations with writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara.
So, Steve, did Ava Gardner and Howard Hughes have a good relationship?
Well, they did until he dislocated her jaw.
What?
Well, don't worry. She hit him back with an ashtray.
From Beneath the Hollywood Sign is the gin joint for you.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Hello, welcome to Triviality. I just took a DNA test, and it turns out I'm only 8% that bitch, which is not enough to get a scholarship, but we're happy you joined us for this brand new episode. We got a lot of people to introduce. Jeff, of course, in the studio. Neal in the studio. Matt coming to us from LA. How you doing, guys?
Doing pretty good. Still sad that Matt is gone, but we can see him. He's alive. He's available over the internet, so it means he's still hooked into the mainframe.
But I can't feel him, and that's disappointing.
I wouldn't let you feel me if I was in studio too, just so you know, Jeff.
All right. Well, also in the studio, we'll introduce her first. We know her. We love her. She's part of the Five Timers Club now. Is that accurate? Emily Baker.
Yay!
Welcome back. You're going to be hosting today.
Yeah.
Welcome. We're happy. We enjoyed your last game and, of course, the Letterkenny game and all the other times you've been on. So
happy to be here. I'm ready for those Five Timers Club jackets. So I'm just saying.
They're back ordered, though. So
okay. I understand.
All right. Also coming to us via Skype, because that was the easiest way, honestly. This is a real treat, guys.
Yes, we're really excited. I've been really pumped for this for a while.
This is really silly, but we're excited. She's a Triviality superstar, and she's coming to us from the Netherlands, an actual Dutch person, to criticize Neal's Dutch boy accent. Gaudi Daamen, how you doing?
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for being on the show. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I live in Deventer, which is a nice city in the east of the Netherlands. Well, what I do, I'm in between jobs now at the moment, so that's cool. Got a bit of free time. What else? Yeah, I listen to trivia podcasts a lot. I play a pub quiz every Monday.
Is that very common in the Netherlands? Is there a lot of pub quizzes?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Well, so what do you think of Neal's accent that he does?
I don't think I've heard it yet.
No?
Oh.
No.
Okay, so I probably won't do it today.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry.
I don't apologize.
Ahead of time.
Yes.
For the German accent that Neal does.
It is German, yeah. And I don't do it. Dutch boy is just, he comes in and out of the studio, so blame him, not me. I have plausible deniability.
You open the door.
Yeah.
Neal's special friend.
Yeah. Germany is our neighbor, so I kind of understand, and it does sound similar, sort of.
Well, our teams today are going to be Matt and Gaudi. So you had a great Dutch pun, Matt, that you wanted to do as a team.
That I came up with all by myself and didn't Google it. We're going to be Dutch ado about nothing.
All right. And Neal and Jeff?
I guess we'll stay on the Shakespeare theme, and we'll be Titus and Dutchicus.
Not bad. All right, let's toss it to the rules, guys, so we can get started with this game from Emily.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
He did it in a Dutch accent too.
International flavor.
It's nice that he does that for us. He changes it every time.
Right, he does. It's just great. He's very versatile.
All right, Emily, you want to take it away?
I would love to take it away. Okay, guys, question 1. What 90s film holds the record for most miniature model work to appear in one film?
I think it's kind of a trick, and I believe it might be Titanic.
Okay.
Because it would have won the Oscar. Let me think about that. Hold on. It came out, maybe it came out in 97. And
I feel like it won in 98,
right? All right, so they're locked in. You were kind of thinking Toy Story. I thought it might have been like a trick, and it could be Titanic because it's such a big movie, but I know they use some miniature work. And I was thinking of it being like an action movie or something with special effects that would need like models blown up. Let's just go Titanic. It's wrong.
Okay.
But, okay, we're locked in.
Titanic is interesting.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing the boat. They like did it in like almost like a tub thing, and they had a full scale like miniature. But we talked about Toy Story 2, said that it was 3D, mostly 3D modeling, so it probably wasn't that. And then we talked about Toy Soldier, which is a movie about action figures that fought each other, and then that's kind of what we locked in on. So we said Toy Soldiers.
No points on this one. Is actually Independence Day.
Oh, see, I knew it was a big action movie.
Okay.
Because you can't really blow that stuff up, you know?
No.
They don't let you, turns out.
And people think that record's going to last forever because people really don't use miniature models anymore. So it'll
a
probably
shame.
keep the record.
Yeah. Chris Nolan does a little bit, but not as much.
Okay, question 2. On the Nickelodeon show Rugrats, Angelica carries around her favorite doll almost constantly. The doll wears an orange dress, has red lipstick, and is missing big chunks of her hair. What is the name of Angelica's doll?
I should know this. This is a good question because it's like not a character that you normally talk about. Like I could see her going like, "Come here, doll," because she's like angry all the time. I don't know. Or Shelly. I don't know. I'm thinking of that.
I've got no idea.
Okay.
That's embarrassing.
Okay.
All right. We're locked in over here.
So we kind of were discussing back and forth. You said that you had watched the Dutch version, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And they had the same names, thankfully. So we
Yeah.
then I don't know. It just like randomly came to me. I'm pretty sure it's Cynthia. So we locked in with Cynthia.
Oh, that sounds definitely right.
I remember her screaming it at one point. I don't know what for, but like, I don't know if one of the kids took it or like something bad happened to it, but I definitely remember someone screaming Cynthia at the top of their lungs.
Yeah, we're gonna need some help to get going here because we did not know, and we just thought it was generic, so we just said doll.
Yeah, it is Cynthia, and the only reason I remember that is because in Rugrats Go Wild, Angelica loses Cynthia and then sings one way or another whilst trying to find her.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right.
It's a horrifying looking doll.
It's very spooky.
Yeah.
She didn't always look like this.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, looks like Tank
I
Girl.
remember it. Yeah.
Okay, guys, question 3. If you know SpongeBob like I do, you remember the episode where he has to write about what not to do at a stoplight. After what seems like hours of writing, SpongeBob can only get one word on the paper, which is the. But the T in the, however, is highly decorative and larger than the other letters. What is the term used to describe this kind of letter, usually placed at the beginning of a chapter? It's like the stylized letter.
Oh, like at the beginning of a book?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that had a name.
And there's 2 different words or phrases for it.
Yeah, Emily's questions are always very good, but they're just right outside my range, so I end up, I was going to say behaving poorly, but I end up playing poorly. And behaving poorly, too, according to Kellen. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea.
I can't remember.
You just want to say capitonym?
Sure.
Okay.
I know it's wrong, but I just can't remember it.
This is one of those. I know what it is, but I can't think of it.
Right. You'll hear the name and then it'll bother you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We said I said maybe calligraphy, but that's wrong because that's like a style of writing or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think we have an answer. We just want to say like storybook, I guess.
Yeah, that's closest.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's the best we can do probably.
There you go. So we're locked in storybook.
Jeff, you said you had a line on it. I had no idea, but
no,
what were you
just
thinking?
I had heard it recently, and I'm just totally failing here. I know we were talking about like initialisms and stuff like that before. Capitonym got stuck in my head, so that's what we went with.
All right,
sure it's wrong.
Yeah, we'll lock in with the pharmaceutical sounding capitonym.
You guys are dancing around it. You can either call it the initial or the drop cap.
Oh. Oh, okay.
The old drop cap.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like some sort of like some sort
Finishing
of
move.
Finishing move, yeah. Like give him the drop cap.
Okay, guys. Question 4. If I were a deltiologist, what common gift shop item would I be collecting on my travels?
So you're not collecting delts, is what you're saying?
Not this time.
Not this time.
Me and Jeff collect delts at the gym. Though.
I try.
You do.
Doesn't always work.
So common gift shop items, I think of like teddy bear, keychain,
pens, tiny flags.
I feel like keychains everyone always gets those keychains with their name on it.
Rocks. From places.
Common gift shop t-shirt, or no, that wouldn't be.
T-shirt.
I'm trying to think of the word though, like delty or delt. At first, I thought it was going to be like a weird trick for Delta, and it was going to be like the wings that you get on the plane, the pin, to make people not as scared.
Pens
or a pen,
one.
keychain, or teddy bear.
What's funny is those are all things that we didn't discuss.
Tiny flags.
I love it.
Which means there's a lot of different things you can collect.
Postcards. Oh, delt. Yeah.
Oh, good one.
Which one gives you a feeling in your gut where you're like, I have enough bacteria in my gut to successfully,
That's not how
break down food, but it also makes me want to answer the question.
Is that how gut bacteria works, Neil?
It does now.
He needs an Activia before I start.
Jamie Lee Curtis walks in. Hi.
Hi, guys. Deltiologist.
Here's your yogurt.
So postcards, pens, keychains, or t-shirts? Just pick one of those.
Kind of like keychains.
Okay.
It seems the dumbest.
All right. We are locked in with keychains.
Wow. So what we answered, you guys didn't even mention. We were thinking maybe it's fridge magnets. Maybe they study something with magnets or magnetism or something. So we said fridge magnets.
I'm feeling very bad in this moment because it is postcards.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Listen, wow.
Yeah.
I love that was like your last minute, like postcards.
I was you seemed so excited about postcards. I was hoping you'd just go with it.
No one's ever excited about postcards, so that's great.
No. It's amazing.
I do have a sports question for us. Here it is. Who was the last team to win the AFC Championship that is not the New England Patriots?
I kind of like Denver.
It feels about right.
7, 8, 9, 3 years. Patriots, or at least two of them. Yeah, it's got to be.
Okay.
Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots are. They're a very popular team.
We're locked in. Feel free to.
They're also an unpopular team, depending on if you support them or not.
They're a worldwide known team. So Gaudi was just saying that they do not air NFL games over in the Netherlands.
Not at all.
She's not.
That's about
doesn't
right.
know as much.
What's the biggest sport over there, Gaudi?
What you're saying?
What's the
What
big-
kind of sports?
Yeah, what's the biggest sport? Soccer?
Soccer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much everywhere except here.
Yeah.
Soccer's number one. We invented our own football with where you don't kick it very much at all. I think that this was the Ravens, Niners, but that might have been earlier. But we're gonna lock in with Ravens.
I think Ravens Niners, and I can't believe I'm saying this, was like 2010, 2011.
No, that would have been Kaepernick. That was the game where the lights went out.
Yeah.
So I think that might have been like 2014.
Was it that recently? I know it was a while ago.
I was a senior in high school when that happened. I do remember. That was 2014.
It was 14. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm wrong. Good. Continue.
Was that your answer? Was the Ravens?
Yeah, the Ravens. Yeah.
So we thought that this might have been the last time Peyton went to the Super Bowl with the Broncos. So we said Denver.
That's right.
Yep, it is the Broncos. We have points.
I thought Harbaugh Bowl
We
was
did
like
it.
a long time ago. I mean, it's still a ways back, but
at least we're on the board.
You're
when
on
you
the
think of
board.
it as being that long ago, you feel old.
That's
so I
true.
don't.
All right, so after 5 questions, it is 10-10. Close game so far.
9 in total, including Calliope, Erato, and Clio. What name was given to the goddesses of literature, science, and the arts in Greek mythology? So it's one word to describe all 9 of them.
Oh. Calliope, isn't it? Wasn't that the one from Serendipity where she?
Is it Calliopeia?
Calliopeia. He draws it on her arm because it's the constellation that matches her moles. Sorry, I know that movie really well. All right, Jeff and I have an idea. We're gonna lock in here, so we'll see what you guys think.
All right. Well, you nailed this one right away. So what did you say?
Yeah. What I did, I said muses.
Muses. Yep. So we said Muses very, very confidently.
Yeah.
So I was telling Jeff, Calliopeia, or if that's what it was, reminded me of Serendipity when John Cusack puts the marker on Kate Beckinsale's forearm when they look at the constellation by the ice rink before they fall in love and time, color, all this other stuff. Anyway, I know the movie very well. But Jeff said, how about Muses? And then Ken said,
Matthew Bellamy is one of the famous muses.
Yes.
He's number 9.
Yes, very good.
So we went with Muses as well.
Yeah, it is Muses. I definitely pronounced one of those wrong. I apologize to Greek mythology, but it's Muses. And they're in Hercules as well. So.
Ooh, I love Hercules.
Yeah.
When are they going to do live action Hercules is what I want to know. Because Lizzo should be one of the...
That's what I'm saying. Although Lizzo was trying to be Ursula in the live action Little Mermaid, and I don't know why that's not a thing. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, question 7. Funded by NASA, the Communication Research Institute, and formerly known as the Dolphin House, investigated methods of talking to the creatures in the 1960s. What substance did Dr. John Lilly inject the dolphins with, as he believed it made them more verbal?
I remember the story. I think they injected them with some sort of drug. Like, I don't know if it was cocaine, heroin, or meth, or something like that.
LSD. That was big in the 60s.
Or LSD. It was some sort of drug that they shouldn't have been giving the dolphins, and obviously they were, like that. So, they're good. You can unmute over there. So basically what we're talking about is, what's his name? Dr.
John Lilly.
Dr. John Lilly gave them this substance, and all he's hearing back all day is like, and he's like, why are they talking so much? So I think it's some sort of drug. So it's
you
just
must
a matter
know the dolphin.
You must train the dolphin.
They're injecting it with some sort of drug.
It's
obviously.
a drug, so we just have to figure out, is it cocaine, heroin, meth, or LSD?
It's so funny. The spirit of Kellen kind of possessed me and whispered in my ear that they injected the dolphins with alphabet soup.
Is that like Chef Boyardee?
It's alphabet
You
soup.
don't know what alphabet soup is?
It's SpaghettiOs in the shape of letters.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. I thought it was some sort of weird...
If Kellen's ghost was here, I'd let her know I'm very glad she's my best friend. It's a good joke that Ghost Kellen just did.
What drug do you want to go with? What would make them... what was the adjective you used?
To make them more verbal.
Verbal.
Doesn't cocaine make people chatty? Isn't that the...
All the producers I talk to are very chatty. So, let's go cocaine.
You'll never work in this town again.
We're going to go cocaine, which Matt is inevitably going to be serving at his establishment.
So LA. We went a completely different direction.
Yeah.
Thought that might have been maybe mercury was big in that era. And, we thought tuna and fish already have some mercury in them, so thought maybe give them some more. So we said mercury.
It's actually LSD.
Oh, damn it.
The research done at the lab was meant to try to, if we can talk to dolphins, we can talk to aliens, right? And it went very wrong.
Because that's totally the same thing, aliens and dolphins.
Yeah. They tried.
Maybe aliens look like dolphins.
What
you
if
never know.
the aliens came off the UFO and they were just dolphins?
And there were subtitles that said, show us your leader.
Yeah.
And give us more LSD.
Yeah. They just wanted more LSD.
All right, guys. Of these 4 celebrities, which does not have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart, George Clooney, or Ice Cube?
It's a toss-up because, so the thing with the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the star in the Walk of Fame, is you commission it yourself or someone in your camp commissions it and you pay for it. So really you're just giving yourself a star. So it's just a matter of who... You need enough signatures or approval or whatever, but you end up paying for it yourself. So who?
That's right. We talked about once trying to commission our own star.
Yeah.
I do remember this conversation.
So it's just a matter of who would have helped them do this. And I'm just trying to think of all of these Hollywood Walk of Fame things. They always have someone else famous who goes there and speaks, right? So NSYNC had Carson Daly, and there's a bunch of other ones that I'm thinking of. But anyway, Kevin Hart probably would have had The Rock or something, but I don't remember that. Ice Cube, I could probably see. He's older than Kevin Hart. He could have gotten it earlier. George Clooney, I don't know if that's a trick because maybe he doesn't have one. And Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know.
You don't think Brad Pitt showed up with a hot dog or something?
Yeah, or some almonds.
This guy Yeah. Let me tell you about my friend George.
He makes this excellent tequila.
Casamigos. Let's go,
That's the
Clooney.
trick? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and if you guys will give me 20 minutes, I'll be right back, and then I will answer this question. I'll let you guys know. Yeah, so we talked a lot about, I'm pretty sure Jamie Lee Curtis has one. I feel like I've seen it. And I know Kevin Hart, I think he just recently got one because he was posting pictures all over. And I remember The Rock made fun of him again because that's what all he does. So we were kind of between Ice Cube and George Clooney. And George Clooney seems so obvious that he does have one that we said he does not. So we said George Clooney.
Yep, it's George Clooney. He does not have one.
Yes.
But Ice Cube does. Okay, guys, next question. I really hope that everyone listening knows that you should wear SPF every day. You can choose to ignore me. I just need to make sure everybody knows. But what does SPF actually stand for?
Oh, we got this really wrong once.
Oh.
I thought you were like, oh, we got this. Wrong.
Sunshine per freckle.
It's something force or oh god, we got this wrong. I remember it too. It was like so distinct. And I was like, I'm never gonna forget it.
Where did that accent come from?
I'm never gonna forget it.
How southern did you just go?
Oh god, it's sunshine. Not protective.
It's something factor, isn't it?
Sunshine.
Sun protection
Sun
factor.
protection factor. Yeah, maybe.
That's what's in my head.
I think we answered that and it was really wrong, but let's go with it. Let's just
or
lock it
maybe
in.
we answered something else,
Yeah.
and that was really right.
All right, we're locked in over here.
I'll unmute you guys.
Okay, you guys are locked in.
Okay.
So sun, right? Probably.
Yeah. Or sunlight.
Yeah. And then we thought protection. And then that F is tough. And I could think of so many F words. Some of them you can't even say. We'll say, do you like factor? Do you want to say sun protection?
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Sun protection factor. That's our answer.
That sounds remarkably similar to our sun protection factor.
You guys need to have more confidence in yourself. It is sun protection factor. Yeah.
All right.
And please wear SPF. Protect your beautiful, gorgeous faces.
What factor do you have on right now?
30.
30, okay.
Every day. Or else my poor skin will burn. I burn very easily.
That's what Freddy Krueger always said. He should have put on more SPF.
It's a shame.
Definitely, yeah. That's what he did
the
wrong.
lesson.
That's the only thing he did wrong.
Wear SPF. Don't end up like Freddy Krueger. All right, guys, last question of the round. Paula Abdul's music video for Opposites Attract features a funky animated companion. What is his name?
Oh, locked in.
I knew Matt would get that right away.
I do references all the time, so you guys should have this.
It's oh god, is it like Cool Cat, Jake? Oh, I can't remember his name.
Something cat, right?
Yeah, it's Jazz Cat. Hold on.
How many kinds of cats?
Matt's really enjoying this.
I've been waiting for this question
Scat
for
Cat?
years.
Well, I think it's Scat Cat.
Okay.
That might not be right. Wait, scat is what cats roll around in and dogs roll around in. But it is jazz. You do scat. Bop.
Yeah.
So it could be Scat Cat. I think it's Scat Cat.
What's MC Scat Cat?
MC Scat Cat.
What is MC Scat Cat?
I think that's it.
Is that a thing?
I think that's him.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what we're locking in with.
It's so frustrating when they work their way backwards to the answer.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It is MC Scat Cat.
Yeah. Once you said Scat Cat, I was like, what the hell is there's an MC Scat Cat something?
Once I scatted myself, it came to me.
They tried to launch a solo career for MC Scat Cat, I think, right?
Yeah, he had. That was like his backdoor pilot for his own.
Yeah. I want to hear the dolphins from earlier try to do the scatting.
He does not scat from the back door, though. Dolphin scatting.
Wow.
Doom, 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 doom.
Okay, so we're talking about scatting now.
I'm so
Yeah,
scared.
that's where we're at. That's what this has devolved into.
Yeah.
That's the end of the first round, right?
Yeah, that's the end of the first round.
Oh boy.
It is.
That will conclude the first round. It looks like the game's all tied up at 50 between Duchess Andronicus and much Dutch to ado about nothing. That's
tricky.
Oh boy.
Got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, I'll do better the next time.
All right, guys. So essentially what I've done for this swing round, I'm calling it Movies According to Ann Baker, which is my mom. Essentially what I've done is I've asked her to talk about or describe some movies, and you just have to tell me what movie she's trying to tell you about.
Oh, wow. I'm liking it.
Yeah, she tried her hardest. All right, number 1. Let's see. Spoiled Southern girl learns about love, life, and loss during a period of war and has a very creative sewing moment. Doesn't she make a dress out of drapes or something? Question 2. Tough times in the slammer for an intellectual white guy who gets even with the bad warden. The ultimate prison buddy movie. 3. Oh, I hate this movie. This guy's a loser. He makes bad business decisions. He learns about the value of life, I guess, and he gets a handout in the end. Like everyone in the town chips in for the handout or something.
That's a great review of that movie.
She hates that movie. Number 4. Scared the crap out of me. Creepy and dirty. Everyone's grimy in this movie. The lady was like a witch or something, and she flies around, and the dad was really mean. The music is all in minor keys, which makes it extra sad. 5. This one's like Gilligan's Island, only with one guy and a volleyball that has some name. I can't remember it. 8. Vin Diesel isn't in this one. It's another bald guy. There's plenty of action packed into this movie. It takes place in a high-rise, I think. It's Bruce Willis. People are sweaty. Like, Bruce Willis is really sweaty the whole time. All right. The lead guy has bad teeth and looks like he hasn't taken a shower in years. The girl's supposed to marry some boring doofus guy, but falls in love with Orlando Bloom. And then my brother chimed in and said, the one guy that found soap. The next one, superhero movie with groovy tunes. Vin Diesel is in this one. 9. Oh, that one's great. Kathy Bates. Wow. Let's see. Just when you think Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction is scary, she's nothing compared to Kathy Bates in this movie.
About Schmidt, right?
Got this one as well.
And 10. This one's kind of psychedelic. The guy who wrote it was probably on acid. It's trippy. There's a creep factor with the main guy. I never understood why all of the people were in that bed together. There's something funky going on there.
All the answers are locked in.
Yay. Okay. So what movie was Anne trying to tell us about with the creative sewing moment and the dress out of drapes?
We went with Gone with the Wind.
We went with a similar answer and Gone with the Wind.
It is Gone with the Wind. Anne's doing an okay job so far describing these movies. All right. Tough times in the slammer for an intellectual white guy.
I can see the movie poster from here.
Roadhouse.
Surprisingly not Roadhouse.
Yeah.
No, this is Tim Robbins crawling through the muck. This is Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, I was deep cleaning out the giant garbage can the other day, and it reminded me of this movie, and I said Shawshank Redemption.
Yep, it is Shawshank Redemption, the ultimate prison buddy movie, according to my mom. All right, the movie my mom hates, with the bad business decisions, and the guy gets a handout in the end.
Oh, I think Neal wants to take this one because one of his favorite actors is in it. It's a Wonderful Life.
It is.
Oh, we did not say that. We went with the classic Tom Hanks where he hangs out in a terminal and at the terminal.
He gets the handout.
Because he's a refugee.
Mm-hmm. It is It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a horrible metaphor.
All right, the movie that scared the crap out of my mom, where everyone's creepy and dirty, and the dad was really mean, and the music's all in minor keys.
I couldn't figure this one out. I'm sure I'll know it once I hear it. We just said The Exorcist. We know it's wrong, though.
This one, Gaudi came up with and said Into the Woods. That sounds similar, so he said Into the Woods.
It was actually Mary Poppins.
Okay.
Because all the chimney sweeps have dirt all over their faces. And it just really bugs my mom for some reason.
Oh, she is a witch. She
is a witch with her umbrella. And I guess the dad's really mean to the kids.
There's a couple of songs in minor keys, too.
Yeah.
I think most of it is, yeah.
Just a spoonful of the songs are in minor keys.
The movie that's like Gilligan's Island, only with one guy and a volleyball.
This is Wilson. Don't throw him out. It's Castaway.
Mm-hmm. Castaway.
Yep, it is Castaway. She couldn't remember the name of Wilson, though.
It's like the only scene people remember from that movie.
It's like the most important character in the movie.
That's true. It's a co-star.
He holds the movie together.
The whole point of this is that she's trying her best.
He got the end.
Yeah.
Wilson got the
and Wilson, yeah. Introducing
Wilson as Wilson.
Yeah.
All right, the movie that Vin Diesel isn't in, and she soon figured out it was Bruce Willis, and he was really sweaty.
Well, at first when you didn't say Bruce Willis, you just said bald and sweaty and high rise, so I thought you meant The Rock, and then you said Bruce Willis, so it went Die Hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could have been Skyscraper, but if it didn't say Bruce Willis, we said Die Hard.
Yep, I'm glad we figured out it was Bruce Willis. It's Die Hard.
He was only almost bald in Die Hard, though.
Yeah, he still had hair, for sure.
It's the best Christmas movie ever.
There you go.
It is great. He wasn't bald until the fourth one.
Not completely. Yeah. He was on his way, though, I feel like.
Yeah.
He's always been on his way.
He's been moonlighting as a bald man for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
I skipped basically all the Die Hards in my baldness journey.
Yeah, you went straight to 4.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, the one where the lead guy looks like he hasn't taken a bath in years, and the girl is supposed to marry some guy, but ends up falling in love with Orlando Bloom.
We went with Pirates of the Caribbean or Caribbean, however you want to say it.
Mm-hmm. We also said Pirates.
Yep, that's it. All right, the superhero movie with groovy tunes. Vin Diesel is in this one.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Volume 1.
Volume 1.
I believe he is Groot. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy.
It is Guardians of the Galaxy. The movie with Kathy Bates, who's scarier than Glenn Close, apparently.
Not quite Dolores Claiborne, but we went with Misery.
Mm-hmm. Also, Misery.
Yep. My dad suggested that he said that this movie was a better way of saying break a leg. Thanks, Bob. Okay, the last one, the psychedelic one, and my mom doesn't understand why those people were in the bed together. She thinks something funky's going on.
I wasn't sure on this one, but speaking of acid or writing on acid, we went with Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh, this is about poor Grandpa being in bed with all his family for some strange reason.
Lazy Grandpa Joe.
Yeah, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
Who walks
Factory.
just fine, walks and dances.
Yep, it is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That's a good clue.
So no change after that swing round as both teams are still at 90. And before we move on, we just want to remind our listeners that, Patreon, we need some money, We want to continue this show as long as we can. Keep bringing you episodes each and every week without missing a beat. And Patreon is one of the ways that we can do that. One of the ways that we can, stay motivated to make the show. And of course, if you cannot provide any financial contribution, that's okay. We also appreciate just telling your friends about our show, because growing our audience is super important for the future of our program. So thank you so much, everybody.
And special thank you to Gaudi for being a Patreon supporter, and Emily as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And Kellen.
And Kellen.
And the ghost of Kellen.
The ghost of Kellen.
Who is not in the studio, but we feel our presence.
Kellen's with us always, including when we're going to the second round. Let's go with question 1.
Whoa, that was very smooth.
Thanks.
You're professional.
I know. According to my new favorite Tumblr, Pop Sonnets, what song is the sonnet snippet referring to? So I'm going to give you a snippet of this sonnet, and you have to tell me what pop song it is.
Okay.
You are the flame that burns within my breast, the singular desire of my heart. Believe my wish, most solemnly professed, that we should ne'er again be so apart. Yet we are twined. It seems you are worlds away.
We're locked in.
I think when thinking of answers, I feel like Backstreet's Back, and we're looking at I Want It That Way. I think that's what the song is. So we're going to lock in with Backstreet Boys, I Want It That Way.
We also locked in with I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys.
Yep, it is I Want It That Way.
Mm-hmm.
That Tumblr's gold. They have sonnets for like a bunch of different songs. It's wonderful. Okay, guys, question 2. I'm a first lady. I was the first American woman to earn a geology degree. I spoke 5 languages fluently and have been the only first lady to speak an Asian language. I was the first lady to have my own radio broadcasts. I helped establish the American Women's War Relief Fund and founded the National Women's Conference of Law Enforcement. Who am I?
God, Melania's done so much for all of us.
Well, Wilson's wife was a total badass. She basically ran the show for a while after he had a stroke.
It's probably better than mine. I just said Roosevelt because of the radio addresses, but if Wilson ran...
I'm trying to think of what war relief would have been for each Roosevelt.
All right. We are going to lock in with a guess Jeff gave.
So I think Woodrow Wilson's wife kind of ran the show for a while. She was kind of a total badass after he had a stroke. And I could totally see her fitting the bill for this. So,
and she was the namesake of Tom Hanks's volleyball. So, yeah, we'll go Wilson.
So we talked a little bit. How familiar were you with First Ladies of the United States?
Not at all.
Yeah, no, that doesn't. Usually the information doesn't cross the Atlantic so much sometimes.
No.
But we kind of agreed that we're looking at it a little bit later in the timeline, and just thought that Jackie Kennedy did a whole bunch, so we said Jackie Kennedy.
No points on this one. Is actually Lou Henry Hoover.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys. Question 3. The world's largest known underwater waterfall flows down the western side of the Denmark Strait, but between what 2 islands does the Denmark Strait run?
Ooh, do you know this one?
No.
It's in your area, isn't it? I don't know how this works.
I don't know.
It's somewhat kind of close.
All right, we are locked in. So, Gaudi, Matt, feel free to talk out loud.
So you said Iceland and what was the other one?
Greenland, but
Greenland. Yeah, they're both big islands in that area.
Big. Yeah.
So we can lock in with those 2.
Yeah.
Iceland and Greenland.
Yeah, we actually felt the same way. Originally, Jeff had mentioned Denmark and Sweden possibly, but then, we switched over to Greenland and Iceland.
Yep, it is Greenland and Iceland. I worried
Right.
I was being a little bit too misleading with just saying countries, as it is called the Denmark Strait. Question 4. Due to the presence of methyl salicylate, a burst of light can be seen when you bite into what brand and flavor of candy?
I could never get this to work myself.
No. I've seen it a couple times.
I don't know. Light not Lifesavers, right? Or like a hard candy?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know why I'm not familiar with this.
Methyl. Lifesaver. I don't know. I was trying to think of something really hard. I don't know. Spearmint. We'll say spearmint. Okay.
So we ended up just talking about popular candies in the Netherlands. She said it was a lot of licorice. Not a big hit over here. I think I remember seeing this. I think it's those breath savers is what I said, and I think it's the white ones with the little blue in the middle. So I think that's wintergreen. So we said breath savers wintergreen.
Now that you say that, yeah, we thought it was something that would be hard that you'd have to bite into to create that friction or whatever. So we said a spearmint lifesaver.
Yikes.
think I'll give both of you guys points because both of you had each half. So it is Lifesavers, and the flavor is wintergreen because it's a wintergreen. So methyl salicylate is actually the oil of wintergreen.
Oh, okay.
So when the methyl salicylate is bitten into it, creates a reaction.
Now, you said wintergreen?
Wintergreen is the flavor.
That's what it's actually called?
Yeah,
oh,
wintergreen.
Okay.
Okay, question 5. The Montreal Canadiens jersey features the letters C and H. What does the H in the Canadiens logo stand for? 5 bonus points if you can also tell me what the whole logo stands for.
Okay, so I know that the H is for Habs, which is short for some French phrase that I don't know, and I think the C is just Canadian because they're basically the Canadian national or the Canadian habitants or something like that. So it's Habs, and then the full is Canadian Habs. That's what we're locking in with.
It's so remarkably similar to the exact thing we just said. In fact, I believe I described it as I also don't know French, some French word. But yeah, we said the C was for Canadians, and then H was for the habitants. I think Habs, something like that, inhabitants.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, it actually stands for hockey.
No.
It does?
Yeah, so a lot of people think that it stands for habitant because that's one of the nicknames for the team, but the official name of the team is Le Club de Hockey Canadien.
Oh.
Huh.
That's what the C and the H stand for.
Interesting.
Did not know that.
Yeah. All right, question 6.
Let's do a hockey, guys.
Is it question 6?
I don't know.
They
Question 6?
actually Chance did an esports one yesterday, which was really, really funny, and you should watch it.
Oh, on SNL?
Yeah, very funny.
Okay, still no separation here after 15 questions in a swing round. 120-120.
Oh my god. Okay. This is stressful. This just became stressful. Question 6. In 1982, students at Yale conducted a study that aimed to identify the most recognizable smells. Among the top 20 are scents like coffee, peanut butter, and Vicks VapoRub. However, what common classroom product, invented in 1903 by Edwin Binney, is number 18 on the list of most recognizable smells?
So yeah, we both kind of came to chalk right away. I have lots of fond memories of clapping erasers and chalk.
Did you get in trouble a lot, Matt?
Yeah, just write it over and over. Yeah, I will not be a smart ass. But shows them, because now I have my own podcast, so whatever.
So that's your one marketable skill.
Professional smartass now.
Yeah, semi-professional. So we locked in with chalk.
We took a guess on pencil erasers.
It's actually Crayola crayons.
Oh.
Yep. Crayons beat out cheese and bleach. Yeah, it's a wild list. If you
There's a
want
lot
to
of
look it
different
up.
cheese smells.
Was blood on there?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Probably not.
What?
If it was, I don't want to know what person said, I smell blood easiest.
Let's see. Coffee, peanut butter, VapoRub, chocolate, wintergreen oil.
Another wintergreen.
I know. Baby powder, cigarette butts, mothballs, dry cat food.
In a poll of 100 sharks, they found that blood, the smell of blood.
Wow.
It's Family Feud, but they just pull sharks.
Show me fish.
Gave them a bunch of LSD so they talk more.
All right, guys. Question 7. Vulcanization, a chemical process used to harden rubber, traditionally refers to the treatment of natural rubber with what element?
Trying to remember the story. So, someone was doing experiments with rubber, and then they just left it on the heat too long, and they totally screwed it up. And then they invented tires, basically, out of it. Because that's your most common vulcanized rubber you deal with.
Don't you hate it when you leave a hot pot of rubber in the oven too long?
That's actually one of the most common smells. Hot pot of rubber in the morning.
Hot pot of rubber. Any of the tire companies?
I won't get up for anything less.
Michelin, that's not like an element or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
No. I feel like Goodyear was the one who was doing the experiments, but I can't remember.
What element makes things?
I was thinking maybe sulfur for some reason. I don't know where it's coming from. It's just in my mind.
Is that just the smell coming from your pants?
I'm gonna head out.
We'll go with sulfur.
I don't even know where to go with that.
I like sulfur.
All right,
I actually like the smell of sulfur.
I know you
We'll
do.
mute them.
Follows you into a room.
You guys locked in?
We are.
Of course you're.
Yeah, I figured I was just saying this is one that normally I'd just be like, Jeff.
Oh, don't be so confident. Don't be so confident over here.
Well, we don't. I mean, what's your favorite element? Do you have one?
No.
Copernicium.
Oxygen, maybe.
Yeah. I'm partial to carbon myself. I think it'd probably be a liquid, right? You would think something that would be liquid. Do you know elements that are liquid?
Depends on the temperature, doesn't it?
I know, in their natural state. Yeah. Why don't we say which
Science
one do you want
jokes.
to say?
I have no idea.
Yes, our answer is science joke.
We're gonna say hydrogen.
All right, I deferred to Jeff.
I seem to remember most of this story except for the other element involved. So we guessed sulfur.
It is sulfur.
Mm.
You did it.
Nice job,
Answer
Jeff.
stinks.
Okay.
I don't like it.
That's a science joke.
There
That's
we
a
go. We
science
got
joke.
there.
Wasn't necessarily a great one, but
Congrats,
it
everyone.
was one.
All right, guys. Question 8. Elizabeth Bathory, who lived from 1560 to 1614, was a countess who is considered to be one of the most infamous serial killers in Slovak and Hungarian history, with upwards of 200 victims. The story of Countess Bathory has inspired numerous stories and fairy tales. What was she rumored to do after she killed her victims, as she believed it would help her retain her youth and beauty? It's certainly not how I relax.
What if
Bathe in blood?
I was just gonna say, yeah, she bathed in their blood. Yeah, that was what I thought. Because she takes a lot of baths, so there's no bath bomb for blood.
That was the way you said that was so cute. She takes a lot of baths.
That must be the
Very
answer.
accusatory.
Where's my blood bath bomb?
Jacques.
Lush is missing out on some opportunities
them.
here.
No, they make
They
them.
make
There actually
blood?
is one that's like blood red, yeah.
Oh, wow.
For Halloween.
No.
That's cool.
I want it with blood.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Like those cupcakes I ate.
You guys you're locked in over there?
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
so
locked
a little inside baseball. I think we know that Emily likes to take baths. She talks about it all the time, especially her bath bombs.
Mm-hmm.
She says those bath bombs are the bomb. So Jeff and I are thinking if you would want to relax after killing someone, and to stay young, you would probably want to bathe in their own
I
blood.
would think it's good for the skin.
Yeah. So we're going to say bathe in blood.
All right, and then so you knew this one pretty much right away. So what
Yeah,
did you say?
I also said bathe in blood.
Yeah, it's
Mostly-
rumored that she bathed in their blood.
Yeah, mostly young girls, I think. She killed young girls.
Yeah. She had she
Same
kept girls
here.
in her house, and
Yeah.
she told the people's parents that it was like a girls' home or like a school,
Yeah.
and then she'd brutally.
That makes sense though, because
murder
it's
them.
scientifically proven they give you the best looking skin.
It's the iron content, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Just gonna fold. Okay. Singers such as Adele, Mariah Carey, and Justin Timberlake have all suffered from vocal nodules as a result of stress on the vocal cords. What happens to the vocal cords when one has vocal nodes?
Like what physically happens to the
Yeah.
cords?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get polyps, though, I'm pretty sure, because what's her name? Julie Andrews had it, and hers were so bad, she had the surgery and she can't sing anymore. So I don't know how to describe that. Like, you just get polyps, or you get like a growth or something?
All right, so we were talking a little bit. You said it makes sense for them to be swollen, right? That probably makes the most sense. Then the air can't pass through, and then they can't hit those notes. So we said that they become swollen.
We had a similar answer. I think you get some sort of polyps on your vocal cords. So yeah, they swell up to have those growths, I guess. And we talked about Julie Andrews and how she had them and the surgery was botched, and so she couldn't sing anymore, which is a shame. But that's kind of our answer. I don't know if we need to be more specific.
I don't know if I can accept it. What actually happens is your vocal folds form calluses. Like so the vocal folds harden, and you get like calluses like you would on your hands. Yeah,
So that's different.
It's
We're
different.
wrong.
It's different. Yeah.
I'm very, very scared of vocal notes. One of my biggest fears.
I do not want them.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
And finally, question 10. The fourth installment in the Mario Kart series, Mario Kart Double Dash, was originally released in 2003. There are 8 starting teams. Name 6 of them. 5 bonus points if you can name all 8.
We have Mario and Luigi, Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Wario and Waluigi, Peach and Daisy. We feel good about those. Toad and Toadette, yeah. Yoshi and Birdo. And the only other one that I'm thinking maybe would be, isn't there like a Koopa Jr.? Would there be King Koopa or like Bowser and Bowser Jr.?
Bowser and Bowser Jr. might be good
Yeah,
as well.
let's do that one instead of the Yoshi one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're officially locking in with Mario and Luigi, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, Wario and Waluigi, Peach and Daisy, Toad and Toadette, and then Bowser and Bowser Jr.
We were on the very, very similar lines. We went with Mario and Peach, Yoshi and Toad, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, Bowser, Bowser Jr., Luigi, Waluigi, and Bert and Ernie.
Okay, so Matt and Gaudi, you were so close. Toad and Toadette actually aren't on the starting teams. They're unlockable.
Okay.
So, and you guys just didn't even get any of them. It's okay. It's Mario and Luigi, Peach and Daisy, Yoshi and Birdo, Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, Koopa Troopa and Koopa Paratroopa, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, Bowser and Bowser Jr., and Wario and Waluigi.
Okay.
Yep. One of my favorite GameCube games.
And that will conclude regulation. Dutch Ado About Nothing is trailing slightly with 130. Titus and Dutchicus 140. So let's enter the final round.
All right, guys, here are your final round categories. Number 1 is Willkommen. Number 2, The Hostess with the Mostess. Number 3, Makes Sense. Number 4, I'll Be Your Wingman. Number 5, Cowabunga Louvre.
And makes sense, is that C-E-N-T-S or S-E-N-S-E?
C-E-N-T-S. I wanted to just say yes. But
I just hope Neal's death makes more sense than his life.
Good reference. We're good. We're good.
All right. So for number 1, Willkommen. What musical, premiering on Broadway in 1966, is set in 1931 Berlin as the Nazis are rising to power?
Shot called.
Number 2, The Hostess with the Mostess. Besides humans, what is the only other animal in the world that can host leprosy? Number 3, Makes sense. The word cent or cents only appears on one current U.S. coin. Which one is it? Number 4, I'll Be Your Wingman. What is the name of the band who won Best Original Song at the 59th Academy Awards in 1987 for Take My Breath Away from Top Gun? And finally, Cowabunga Louvre. I really hope everyone remembers the namesakes for the Ninja Turtles, because I'm going to give you 4 works of art and the medium it's in, and you just need to match the Ninja Turtle name with the work of art from that artist. All right. Lady with an Ermine, oil paint on wood panel. The Creation of Adam, fresco painting. Penitent Magdalene, wood sculpture. And The Transfiguration, tempera painting on wood.
So as we talk about these questions, this final round is actually brought to us by a sponsor, but it's just our own sponsor. It's inkedonscreen.com. Go check out some merchandise over there, some new totes, new t-shirts. We're constantly adding things over there. So thank you to Taylor and the folks over at Inked and Screened. And you can hit us up on our website too at trivialitypodcast.com and click merchandise and wear a shirt like Emily and Kellen are in the studio right now.
Yeah, or put a cool decal on your laptop.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite item that we have in the shop, Dutch Boy?
I like the T-shirt.
The V-neck.
The V-neck. The deep V.
Thanks, Dutch Boy.
Yeah, thanks, Dutch Boy. Sorry, Gaudi.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I love this.
We'll see him out. We'll see him out of the studio.
Yeah. Only one Dutch person per episode.
And with that, all the answers are locked in.
All right, so for our first category, Willkommen, what musical was premiered in 1966 set in 1931 Berlin?
So we wagered 15, and Jeff and I both walked into the other room and said, Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome, and we went Cabaret.
It's a good one.
Yeah, we did not say that. We said, we wagered 20, and we said The Sound of Music.
It was Cabaret.
Good one. Yeah, I didn't think about it.
All right, number 2, The Hostess with the Mostess. Besides humans, what is the only other animal in the world that can host leprosy?
So we wagered 20 points on this one. I kind of remember hearing it at some point, but I've completely forgotten it since. We just took a guess. It was something close to humans. We said cats.
This is one
Totally different.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure, but Gaudi said right away armadillo, and that sounded familiar, so we wagered 20 and said armadillo.
When you say close to human, you mean like in the scope of the entire animal kingdom?
Yes.
Okay.
They're like nearby humans.
Okay. Like they're mammals. Okay.
It is armadillos, so nice gut reaction on that, Gaudi.
It's been on the show before.
Yeah, today it's estimated that up to 20% of the armadillos in the world are infected with leprosy.
Like I agree on the scale of banana to cat.
Yeah.
Cat is much closer to human.
Who is someone doing something about this armadillo leprosy?
It doesn't sound like it, so it sounds like we need to take a stand against armadillo leprosy. Yeah.
Listeners, start a GoFundMe. Let's save the armadillos.
We need to find armadillo Jesus.
All right, guys. Makes sense. The word cent or cents only appears on one current U.S. coin. Which one is it?
So we wagered 30 points on this one. I'm a little conflicted because I feel like it may be on 2 that I know of, but one for sure that we know of. The penny says 1 cent, so we said the penny.
Yeah, and you said current, so that kind of threw it off a little bit because I'm pretty sure the 50-cent piece says 50 cent on it, but it might not. But we locked in with penny and we wagered 20.
Oh, no, it turns out I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, because the nickel says 5 cents.
The nickel says 5 cents. So just give everyone points, I guess, because I'm just
Yay.
biased and I don't have another question off the top of my head.
Free points.
Yeah, because
I'd like it on record that I was lied to.
Because it's 1 dime, $quarter, $half, and $1 for the other ones.
So did you guys wager the same amount?
We wagered 20.
Oh, we had 30. So we should probably
wash the
just
question.
wash it.
Just wash it.
Yeah.
The question
Yeah.
is now purged from the
That
record.
was my fault.
How do you want to put that on there?
Just like that.
Okay.
Me saying it was my fault.
All of this.
This
Leave
is
it all
live,
in.
people. Not really,
Yeah.
but it's live.
Yeah.
All right, and number 4, I'll be your wingman. What is the name of the band who won Best Original Song at the 59th Academy Awards for Take My Breath Away?
We wagered 10, and this would be a band whose name fits very well into question 1. It's Berlin.
We wagered 20, and I just thought the same thing and said Berlin.
It is Berlin. And hopefully by now that wager will be completed with hugging to Take My Breath Away. Enjoy that.
We could release it at the same time. Synergy.
Perfect.
Check out that Patreon drop.
Oh, yes, the Patreon drop of Ken and I, after our loss, hugging to the entirety of Take My Breath Away.
How long is that song? Anyone know?
It's at least 4 minutes.
Pretty long.
We might show an abridged version.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't think that's acceptable.
You can just
Doesn't
watch
fulfill
it
the terms of the
1.5
bet.
times, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, matching the work of art to the Ninja Turtle / artist.
All right, so we wagered 5. Jeff and I right away knew that Creation of Adam was Michelangelo. I believe Transfiguration, I could be way off, but it reminded me of that Da Vinci thing where the guy is like, his arms are out and there's like a bunch of arms. Looks like he's doing Neo from The Matrix. So we said Leonardo for Transfiguration. The Lady Ermine, I've never heard of that before, and I don't know much of Donatello's work, so we said Donatello. And then the Magdalene, we put Raphael.
We wagered 20. We came to the first 2 pretty quickly as well. Michelangelo as the Creation of Adam, and then Transference of Man, Leonardo. Then I thought that Donatello, as the song said, does machines. So I figured maybe he'd do some sculpting. So we said that. So we put that for the third one, and Raphael for Lady Ermine.
Yeah.
Okay, so no points, but Matt and Gaudi, you guys are pretty close because Raphael does do machines and he is the sculptor, so that was right. But Lady with an Ermine is Da Vinci. The Creation of Adam is Michelangelo. Penitent Magdalene is Donatello, and the Transfiguration is Raphael.
Oh.
Okay.
I know my turtles better than my paintings.
Yeah, same.
What a shame.
Your turtle logic was there.
Yeah.
So to conclude the game, it looks like both teams ended up with a wash on the final round, meaning Dutch should do about nothing, ended with 130 points, and today's cream of the crop is Titus and Dutchicus, 140 points. Good job, you're the cream of the crop.
I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah.
Feels almost...
I'm not even proud.
Yeah, it doesn't... I was going to say, the fact that we couldn't get any points in the final round and we just kind of fell into the win.
We didn't lose
It's
points.
sad.
Yeah, right. I guess
No,
none of us
we
either
didn't lose
lost.
points.
So we're all
That's
winners,
true.
right? None of us lost any points at the end.
Well, that was a hard-fought game. Want to thank Gaudi for joining us, of course. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
Great. Well, you're welcome back anytime.
great.
Please just let us know.
Cool. Yeah,
And,
of course.
Thank you to Emily for that excellent game.
Thanks for having me.
It's always a blast having you, and we'll have to make you that 5-timers club jacket
Me and a couple other folks, I think.
and a couple others. Yeah, we'll work that out.
And Gaudi, on our way, is there anything you can say in Dutch for us, like a going away message that we're not going to understand it, but just so we can hear it?
Oké, het is something. Het was gezellig. En tot de volgende keer.
Perfect. Just like I was going to say. I love it.
All right, thank you so much again to Gaudi, and again to Gaudi for being a Patreon supporter. Emily, of course, the Ghost of Kellen, Matt, Jeff, Neal, and myself. That was Triviality.
So apparently...
Isn't about the dolphins, people dolphins, because that's also a thing.
No one said anything about dolphins.
That's the whole thing with this. It's a whole drunk history.
I don't know where you went with that, but that got dark.
Dolphins.
Oh my god.